I'm sitting pretty impatient, but I know you gotta put in them hours. I'ma make it harder. I'm sending pick after picture, I'ma get you fired. I know you're always on that night shift, but I can't stand these nights alone. And I don't need no explanation, 'cause baby you're the boss at home. You don't gotta go to work, but you gotta go to work.
Alright, so we're back working on the trunk. Last time we had just gotten the walls and the flooring done, and so Travis is going to tell you what we're up to next.
What's good? We're going to wrap our wood. Right now we're adding our top pieces to the wall. I'm not done screwing them, but they'll sit like that. Got to do a little trimming, and then after these are attached, we'll move on to the next step. We painted it black just in case the glue for some odd reason does not hold the vinyl and it decides to peel down, years down the road. Chance can just trim off what is peeling away, and the black will at least disguise it until he has time to rewrap it again. Worst case scenario, but we're planning, hit. Okay, we're going to mock up the copper panels before we wrap the wood. That way we don't scratch the vinyl. So we're just going to lay this on here. Line it up to where I think it's going to sit somewhere. Okay. I've already done it to this piece right here. But once I found my edge where I wanted to be, in this area, just gives me enough room for the vinyl to still go over, and it'll sit on top of that once it's all done. We will take our copper, which I've already marked, and you could use, a grinder or something to cut this, cutting wheel or something. But for what we have here, we're not at the shop, flathead screwdriver. Line it up on the edge so it doesn't roll up and be wavy looking. Just flip it and repeat. More snaps. Shake it up like a Taylor Swift song.
Shake, shake. You want to give us a little description of what we're doing?
We're wrapping our panels that for the side walls. Made some little cuts so it'll fold over. Voila. Alright, so now we're gonna spray it. Now to mount the tank, we got to figure out where our braces are going to go on the back side. So from the center of the tank, which is going to be right here, we're going to come out 4.5 inches. So we're going to flip it over. It's 2 inches wide, so we'll go 1 inch in. Okay, got 1 inch in. We got to figure out how high we need to go to keep it centered. We're at 11, so that'd be 5.5. We're gonna cut it a little short. I'm gonna cut this wood. And now for our commercial break.
Let me tell you something, guys. Plastidip saved my life! Turned my clunker into a show car. And I tell you another thing about Plastidip. It really cleaned up this crowd killer.
You wanna know a tip for holding your screw? Put a washer around it. Don't eat your fingers up. Whoa! Shoot. I think it moved a lot. It did move a lot. Okay, cut. You're probably thinking, why are you putting a washer on a screw? Well, we've got 1 inch screws and 1/2 inch wood on top of 1/2 inch wood, and we don't want it to barely poke out at all, or it could possibly rip our vinyl in the long run. So this just gives us a little more height. Play it safe. Okay, so now we're about to mount our brackets for the seamless tank to our mounts that we made that are on the back side of the copper. They won't be seen because we painted them black. Anyway, we're going to drill our pilot hole, then we're going to widen it out, and then we've got some 3/8 bolts that we're going to use to hold this down. We didn't paint it because it's going to be hidden behind the tank. The tank's a little larger, so we weren't worried about that anyway. Let's get started. It's not pretty, but the bracket's gonna cover it up. Shake it off, shake it off.
Alright, so last night we finished getting those brackets in, and so now we just have to add the tank mounts, and we'll be good to go.
Oh, I hate to say it, but now that I'm seeing all this together, there's a possibility you're probably going to beat me at some shows.